one more day in Más Historic. As you all know, we will start by asking a few questions to guess the character I have next to here. In which years of history did you begin to be known?
Between the years 60 and 70, that is during the Joe Revolt.
Oh, it's okay that we can place ourselves in some movements that occurred in that period of time, such as, for example, the hippie movement, Mayo of '68, and finally, peaceful movements. First, could you tell us a little about the hippie movement to discard options?
Of course, we could say that the hippie movement is most associated with a little male figure, since it honors feminism. A large number of young people participate in this ideological movement. This denotes the worst human frauds, hypocrisy, or energy waste. Within themselves, have an idea of peace and love. To find a society based on fraternity and a society obsessed and free love. The hippies hate capitalism and consumerism.
Well, that the hippies were against capitalism and consumerism, it makes me think that they supported later the great movement of May of '68 of capitalism and consumerism, wanted to make a big change.
Exactly, you're right.
So, you know information about everything that happened in May of '68.
Correct, I was present during the States. Being for me one of the most revolutionary, basically, I was part on one of the largest strikes that I have occurred in France.
Therefore, you supported this revolt against the institutions of the state capitalism, the consumer society, and imperialism like the hippies.
Yes, for example, at the university we were separated between male and female students. So permission was being asked for a free movement at the university. Obviously, this questioned the moral order that was generating just difference or separation in USA. Although we simply wanted to us that have a new world, and for that we need to make a radical change. But it's begin in a pacifist way. On the university campuses, the young people advocate a pacifist and a communist and an anti-communist coexistence. We can understand pacifists as the doctrine that seeks to favor and stimulate all conditions so that peace is a permanent state and a condition both between people and between condition states and people.
So I'm sure you was a great importance in this movement, since when talking about this theme, it's noticed that you have a nostalgical and at the same time passionate feeling.
Yes, I feel lucky, because in the demonstration that the student made on May 3 and 10, it made the government take us more to the street. Getting that this youth revolt become a general movement where not only the students were the protesters, but also promote the workers to carry out a strike which stopped the country, and more times they joined. In the end, the government decided to negotiate it with the workers and isolate the students.
One more question about May '68. Were you supported or did you get friendships that helped you to have a great influence in these revolts?
Yes, I had the most affinity with were Alain Geismar and Jake Saugot, the three becoming the leaders of May '68.
Well, I think with the information that we have obtained, we got to know who this character is about. Are you Dani Cohn-Bendit or know by the name of Dani the Red? Oh my god, are you really? Could you tell us a little more information about you?
Of course, and also thank you very much for inviting me. It is an honor to be in this program. So I start at the beginning. I was born in France in 1945 to Jewish parents, and we have refugees from the Nazi regime in 1933. Later, when I was 20 years old, more or less, I returned to France, where I enrolled in projects for French in Sorbonne. But in the 1977, I started the studies in zoology at the University of Nanterre.
Was that the moment in which the March 22, 1968 movement exploded?
Correct. Due to that revolt, it was incredible on the blacklist of university students. Also, as a part of this, what helped me go for war was that had a tag in honor of me. We are German Jews.
Oh, I have never heard that.
Wow, since we're here.
Yeah, well, continue to tell us more about you.
Okay, on May 21, during a trip to Berlin, I was prohibited from the entry into the French in 1978, more or less. However, I returned a meeting in Sorbonne. Finally, I began to dedicate myself to a political career. Currently, I am 76 years old, and I feel proud of everything I did.
It's great that you have served so many movements with you, but you have to say goodbye. We will see you tomorrow at the same time at
Max Historic!